Yo, what is going on, guys? So I literally just got inspired to make a freaking video. I know it's kind of dark where I'm at right now, but I was thinking about Elisha Long's retardmaxxing, right? And I think the thing is, there's like a lot of memes. There's like a lot of memes about retardmaxxing. Even in some of his videos, he's like, "I never had a single thought today," type shit. You know what I mean? But I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Elisha, if you see this. But I think it's not about not thinking. I think thinking, and like it really depends on how we see thinking, but I think it's not overthinking so much. Because today I got to hang out with my dad. My dad is like 47, I'm 32, so he had me at a very young age. We're breakdancing. I had a freaking great conversation. My dad is very reflective a lot at times, right? But I think in my mind is to see like the beauty of what we have right now. I just got done hanging out with this beautiful woman and gave her a little slap on the butt, give me a kiss, type of stuff. And to see that, not get so caught up in the freaking past. I think there's a time and a place to reflect on the past and reflect on, because it's kind of more like it like hits you. It hits you like in the heart, where you're like, oh my God, like you remember your mom, your dad, you remember your little story, And I think all of these things have merit. Like the story, and some people are like, oh, I don't get too caught up in the story. I noticed with my dad sometimes, like, he's been through a lot. I've been through a lot too, but, he lost his mom, lost his father. These things that make us really tired, and, we go through stuff, but he still's got the flame. He's got the flame. And I think the thing is, at times, it's nice to reflect. And I think reflecting is good. I need to reflect at times to get my heart in the right place. But I think the thing with like retardmaxxing, it's not about, and he's even said this in some of his videos, not to ride his fucking coattails and shit. But it's not about not thinking at all. Like, God gave us a goddamn fucking mind for a fucking reason. You don't want to get blissed the fuck out. It's not about getting blissed out. But it's not about overthinking everything. Maybe you're with some chick you probably shouldn't be with. That's it. Like, nah. And he's even said this in his videos. You don't feel like it's right? 360 moonwalk away. I don't get how motherfuckers comment on this shit and say like, well, if you 360, it's like, nigga, did you not hear the whole thing? You moonwalk away, you're out of there. I get the joke. It's funny. I would probably do a backflip McTwist and then just walk away. That's me. But no, I get it though. You know what I mean? But it's not to overthink. But I think at times too, there's people in your life like maybe your father wasn't the best at times, but there's really good attributes of him, and he has shown you a decent amount of love. Where maybe you gotta like kind of find that balance with your father, your mother, and have those relationships. Because if you care about them enough. You want to, you can't be around them all the time, but you want to be able to spend time, so that way you can create more memories. You don't want to be so caught up in the past that you're not enjoying what you have right freaking now. What you have right now. I'm looking at the whole situation, and I could be caught up like, oh, this happened, but I'm like, this is awesome. This is so great. I mean, I remember like, I was telling my dad this today, I was like, I remember being in my bed at like 12, like, man, I wish I had a girlfriend so bad. And then I really started getting blessed with, having beautiful relationships. And, it is a balance. I do believe in balance, and I believe the balance is different for everybody. Sometimes you go to the extreme and you come back, but like having the structure. I see stuff like quitting your job. Don't fucking quit your job. Quit your job if you have money. Maybe I've had enough fire under my ass and been in enough situations where I understand why the fuck I care about having a fucking job and having that structure, and then I can work on other things outside of that. Because to me, money is a tool to allow you to have a drink, allow you to have that relaxation time. When you have something like that maybe you don't want to fully do, the moments of relaxation are even better. I'm talking to my friend's mom today, and she's like, toxic positivity. You're trying to be positive about everything all the time, and until somebody says some bullshit to you, and you fucking break. You're weaker. You're mentally weaker. The quote, see no evil, do no evil, or whatever. I don't believe in that. Because if you don't ever look at any evil, then what if evil comes to your doorstep, but you are mentally, and God willing, no, but you're mentally not able to handle all that because you've been your whole life trying to avoid reality. I mean, that's reality. The reality is that there's evil and there's good, and reality is that. But I think that Elisha has explained this too, and I'm talking like this nigga is a goddamn guru. The great Elisha Long, great Elisha Long, oh my god, like, come on, dude. He's just another fucking dude giving his goddamn insight. No hate on the dude. I like the dude. I listen to him. Be cool to chill out. I'd love to go to one of his gatherings sometimes, fucking wrestle, have some fucking beers, hang out with the freaking boys. And you don't always have to get in your freaking head and be like, I'm the chosen one. That's why I like Sam Hyde too. It's like when I notice when motherfuckers are way too in their freaking head about like being this, being that, and they're like, I've had these spiritual insights and all this type of stuff. It's usually they have nothing actually going on in their life. They're not really doing anything. Because when you actually like have kids or you're doing stuff, the responsibilities you got to take care of, you don't have time to be thinking about that shit. And people want to act like they have all the answers. You know what I mean? Even in the caveman days, even back in the day, they had to like, okay, we got to get food. Like, to me, this world here is not trivial. Just because you're tapping in and having some spiritual insights and shit like that, which, trust me, I get it. I've been there trying to be blissed out all the time. Oh, your vibe's off, blah, 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 blah. There's a balance to that. Yeah, some people, the vibe, or you could just see, like, okay, I don't want that company. Like, easy peasy, chicken breezy. You know what I'm saying? But then sometimes it's like, maybe the vibe is off around your mom or whatever. Fucking push through it. Hang out with your freaking mom. Don't be controlled. If you're always going off vibes, what you're doing is you're going off of emotion and energy way too much. Sometimes you need to push through that fucking shit. Just be like, alright, let's rock, let's roll, let's see how I can transmute this energy through physical action, talking, not some mental, it is mental, but not like some telepathy, warfare, you know what I mean? Like, what can I do? Like, how can I bring it? Like, how can I go? It was like, it all worked out, but it was like, I was saying with my dad, I could sense that he was getting really tired and reflective, and I get it, because I do the same thing. But I was like, okay, I'm actually talking to him for a while. I'm like, okay, I gotta go. I gotta keep this energy up a little bit. Let's rock, But I think it is good to also fall into that place as well and kind of get your bearings right. Remember what you care about. Relax. Be tired. Be a little lackadaisical, a little lethargical, whatever. Relax. And then inspiration comes again. Okay, bam. I'm ready. But life isn't always fucking just perfect. It's not. It's not fucking perfect, So I was just thinking that too, because I was talking to myself, which I fucking do. I think out loud, and it sticks way better. And I fucking love talking to myself. I always have ever since I was a kid. But I was just thinking about the Elisha Long, and I was like, I don't think retardmaxxing is about not thinking at all. Again, God gave you a mind for a freaking reason. You need to think. You need to be able to, like, look at situations and be like, process stuff, put things together and be like, that ain't right. Or, hey, actually, that's a good idea. Logically, you're not just going off a feeling. You're not just blissed out. And I think he's actually elaborated that in his videos, because sometimes he means, like, I haven't had a single thought today. But in my mind, it is more of just, like, a not overthinking thing so hard, because what are you? You fucking... I get it. We all think that we're the main character in a story, and I think sometimes it's good to have those moments. But it's like, what are you, the conductor of life here? You know what I mean? Like, we're all fucking rocking with this shit, dude. We're all rolling with this shit. So it's like, in my mind, it's like, dude, enjoy what you got. Don't get too up in your high horse. Like, I've realized that we're all blah, blah, blah. Just, dude, enjoy what you got. Like, this is awesome. Beautiful woman here. My friend Jesse came over. We're all fucking chilling out. I shouldn't be saying names, but whatever. We're all chilling out. We're having a good fucking time. Life goes on. And I think the thing with life is realizing like it's not lasting forever. And, God willing, we live long lives, but just fucking enjoy it. Quit being so in your fucking head and enjoy it. Have conversations. Have talking. Be a little dumb. Be a little like you don't got all the answers, so I might as well just enjoy this. Go in my sleep and go to bed. Maybe watch some videos, maybe jerk off. I don't fucking know. But don't overthink so hard, you're going to miss out on freaking life. And because you're so tapped in that you think you got all these answers and that you're better than everybody. Like, I was there. Like, you know, I was watching another guy. He was talking about that, too. And it's like, it's not like an outwardly, like, I'm better than everybody. I'm not saying that. But it was inside. It was like, I have these answers people just don't have. And people just don't understand. So I was still coming out in my reality and in my face and everything. And I think, again, there's a balance. It's like even arrogance. I think it's good to have certain levels of what you would call arrogance, what you would call narcissism, you know. I don't like we throw around words so trivial now. There's not enough nuance, specificity. Specifics is not we're not really being specific enough about what we're trying to say, you know. And I think that's a problem as well, because we live in an era now where everybody's a goddamn fucking therapist and they think they know all the fucking answers. You know, like, well, actually, the reason why you're like this is because blah, 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 blah. And it's like, there's too many nuanceical things, brother. Where it's like, motherfuckers, you can't just figure out storage is space running out. Okay, well, then I'll keep fucking recording until it's run out, motherfucker. And I notice myself, too, when I go into this place and here, I feel like I'm missing out on life. It's good sometimes, but then it's like it's like too serious. But I do think that there's a time and a place to take life very seriously. And then also, like, maybe you got to go into that, and then when you come out, it's like, oh, shit, yeah, all right, cool. Like, this is awesome, dude. Having a good time. What are you so worried about? Looking like an idiot? Like you're some naive idiot? Fuck it, dude. Fuck it. That's their life they have to live. That's them having to go like, this dumb motherfucker. He just doesn't get it at all. Over here being happy, enjoying life, enjoying what he's got, being content with what he has, while also working on himself to be on his goals. You're Squidward, bro. You're Squidward. Which, understandably, again, there's a dichotomy there. There's a balance, Squidward. We're all kind of like Squidward, but also we're like SpongeBob, having that balance a little bit, you know? It's just, so like I was thinking about it with the retardmaxxing, I'm like, yeah, like it's kind of that balance. It's like, don't overthink it all the goddamn time. You know, enjoy this. It's fucking awesome. You're like, oh, fuck yeah. My friend fucking Lucy said he was coming over, and it's too fucking late. I'm like, yeah, don't be too late, man. You know, I'm gonna go to sleep. So I'm about to go in my fucking room, but it was actually pretty cool, because I guess I try to make YouTube videos when I'm inspired to do so. You know, but at the end of the day, man, you get too in your fucking head, you get too in your emotions start talking to you, and you're like, oh, maybe I'm not good enough for this, maybe I'm not. Like, quit overthinking it, just fucking go. Just fucking go, let's fucking rock. It's time to relax, there's time to be lackadaisical, and then there's time to get the fuck up. And rock the cash box, baby. Have a good fucking time, because you got one goddamn life to live. You know, and when you're trying to be, there's a really good fucking movie, I mean, it's okay, I think it's called like Supernova or some shit like that, I don't fucking remember. But, they had to go down in, like, the center of the earth and plant all these bombs. And you got this one, like, philosopher dude. Philosopher. He plays soccer. Philly. Philosopher dude. And he actually sacrifices himself because he can't escape the thing. So he's going to blow up with the bomb, basically. And he's recording his last thing. And he's like, yeah, so la 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 la, and then I realized that blah blah blah, and then he was like, right about before he's about to die, he's like, what the fuck am I talking about? And he just starts laughing, because in my mind he realized, I mean, yeah, it's interesting, but it's all bullshit. It's like, dude, you're like acting so fucking smart, like you know it all, and then it just hits you, you know what I mean? It's like, live life, man. That's why I kind of like my brother. He just fucking, you know, he's younger than me, but he's living, you know, and he's just like, hey, all right, you know what I mean? Like, quit acting like you're so smart for your own fucking good. Because when you're like that a lot of times, I'm telling you, life actually feels worse. You know, I think there's a time and a place to take it seriously, a time and a place to ponder these things. I ponder a lot, but the more and more I'm seeing it, I'm like really looking at it like, dude, that was fucking awesome. I have a fucking good girl over here, hanging out with my friend, having a good time. Great. Now I'm going to go fucking play some video games, maybe masturbate. I don't know. Go to fucking sleep. I have no fucking clue yet, but I know that's when the serious part comes in, where it's like, okay, I want to make sure I get a decent amount of sleep before fucking work tomorrow, because I gotta wake up and go to work at 9. You know what I mean? Yeah, some of you guys gotta wake up earlier, whatever. Which is also good. It's good to have that mindset too. Like, I can get 5 hours of sleep. It doesn't fucking matter what time I go to sleep. It's all good. But it is irritating me that my fucking, like, we're gonna have that. We're gonna have both of that. And you gotta find out what's right for you, because if you're doing what you feel is right for you on those levels, then when you fucking get kind of blissied out or you're hanging out with friends, you're actually more able to bring it because you're doing what's right. Like, that's why I don't shit on the person that has like a high level of structure. You know what I mean? But sometimes if their life is such in a rut, like, yeah, maybe you need to like get a fucking beer and like go hang out with the boys. So it's just like finding that and not overthinking so fucking much. Because when you are, then you're missing out on how you have this fucking hottie on your fucking porch and fucking digs you. You're having a good conversation, but you're over here analyzing everything. Like, and sometimes it's good. I was hanging out with another girl for like a week, and I kind of realized, I was like, ugh, I'm not trying to gravitate into that. That's some past shit I don't want to get into. And that's cool. I feel like, yeah, you figure it out, but sometimes it's better to not overthink. But it's also hard saying that. I know I'm bringing this up even more. It's also hard saying that. But I think what I'll leave this on is that if you overthink and you do your thing, fine. But leave some room to not overthink so much and just fucking talk. And be like, yeah. I like, oh, fuck yeah. Nah, fuck that. Yeah, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. All right. And like, just bringing it, Leave that room. Maybe you're saving yourself sometimes, right? But leave some room to, like, bring it. Have a good fucking time. Enjoy life. Quit thinking this shit is trivial, bro. The simple fact that I'm talking to you right now on camera and you can hear everything I'm saying, you can understand everything I'm saying out of my mouth, and we can have an actual conversation is pretty fucking crazy. Quit acting like you got all the answers and like this is an illusion. My fucking roommate's like that sometimes. And he's like, is this reality even real? And I'm like, all I know is that you're bitching about your fucking kids and you're in lots of pain. You want to kill yourself. Is it? I don't know. Why are you bitching about it then? Kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? So not to trivialize that at all, but kind of my whole point here. You know what I mean? I'm just like, is it? I don't think it is. Get sentimental when you need to, but then bring it when you got to. No, I'll just leave it at that. Boom! I was breakdancing with my dad all day. We're working on head spins, bro. I feel like I fucking lost weight. I was fucking moving around so goddamn much. But anyways, I'm going to leave it at that. Yes, have a good night. Peace.